aren't, be honest. If it's actually really good, out of pride being your mom's son, would you lie to me and tell me that it's still ass?
What do
be
you mean?
honest now.
No, if it's good, it's good.
Tell me.
I'm just a connoisseur of good food. Honestly, I feel like
it's impossible she's gonna get it better.
My mom tells me stories that I don't remember. Apparently, when I was a kid, I was pretty brutally honest with my mom's cooking.
Oh dear.
Yeah, apparently she was telling me the story where I was a young kid and my mom like worked all day to cook this dish, and my dad was like, "Honey, this is delicious. This is amazing." And apparently, I take one bite, and I throw the spoon down, and I'm like, "Mom, I know you can do better." I have no memory of this, by the way.
It's like literally like what is it, shokugeki no soma? You're like the gata, and you're like disgusting breast milk, and it's just like, what is this trifling peasant food? That's crazy.
So if it's good, it's good. And my mom can cook. You know, my mom has had some misses before, and I'm not scared to tell her if she has misses.
Yeah, I mean, it's just called trying and experimenting, right?
Exactly.
It's impossible for everything. Maybe she just told you that gaslight you, so you feel bad, so that you wouldn't dare say that shit again. If it does happen, God forbid, she makes something that's a little subpar to your taste. She's like, remember when you were being a dick of a son? You're like, no.
I still am definitely honest with if my mom has some misses. I'm just not as
aggressive
harsh, aggressive as apparently when I was a kid.
That's why I don't think I would. I think the extent that I would be, oh, maybe like, oh, it's not as salty today, you know? And then my mom would be like, oh yeah, no, I know. Or she'll be like, oh really? And that's when I already know. I'm like, that's enough, Gary, shut the fuck up. Just stop with these, it's not salty enough, and just don't keep going.
Yo, straight up, I once told my mom the food was almost as good as Taco Bell, a Mexican. Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Oh my, how many chanclas did you get to the face? You guys don't want to live. Oh my God. I would never. That's why sometimes Shadow's also really honest. So I would be like, this is probably before when I was streaming, but I like to experiment with like new things and test it to see if I can do it.
Do you have like the Soma thing where you just like, you try different ingredients and like he's just your test dummy?
Oh no, not like that. I'm not brave like that, but I would maybe like look for an interesting dish or dish that I've always wanted to try making, but it could be pretty complicated. So I'm like, oh, I'll play. I want to learn. I want to try this thing. And I'm in the kitchen for 4 to 5 hours, and I'm like, okay, I think it's okay, right? I think it's not too bad. Like, surely he'll realize that I've been slaving away at this kitchen for 5 hours to have the decency to be like, oh, it's not too bad. You don't gotta be crazy about it. And then he goes like, oh, that's what you were working on for 5 hours? And I was like, yeah, do you like it? And he was like, I mean, you could have just made fried rice. I like fried rice. And I was like, you're missing the point, you fucking bitch ass. And then he just like, you spent 5 hours on this? And I was like, if you don't want to eat it, just don't eat it and starve, bitch.
Look, men are simple creatures, you know. We're creatures of habit, you know. Sometimes you just want the same thing over and over.
Dude, you don't understand. I told Chat this story before, but it's been a while since I told it. This was when we were a little bit younger, but like I've moved out already, and he was visiting me. And then I was like, oh, you want to have like dinner? He's like, sure. And I wanted salmon, and he's not really a fish guy. He's only become a fish guy in Japan, so he's not a fish guy. And then he didn't ask me what was for dinner. I didn't think to ask either. And then I was like, dinner's ready, and he's like, oh, salmon? And I was like, yeah, you want a dinner, right? He was like, you know I hate salmon. I was like, oh, sire, I'm so sorry. How dare I totally forget that you hate salmon. That's fine. And I was like, bitch, eat it. You want a dinner? I made salmon. He was like, you don't have anything else? I was like, I made salmon. What do you mean? Let me go check if I have pork, beef, chicken, lamb. Which one? And you eat it. And I was like, well, are you going to eat? He was like, no, and then he left.
Oh my God. Cold ass.
He didn't even stay. I was literally flabbergasted. He welcomed himself into my home, was like, yo, what's for dinner?
Yo, he's like, I'm gonna order Uber Eats actually.
And then goes like, oh, this is what you're offering me? You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. And then leaves. And I'm over here like, I try to like make the salmon with like a good seasoning, right? Like he likes mayo, so I put a little bit of mayo on his, and he was like, you know I hate salmon. leave.
Oh man.
I'm gonna make sure he eats a dick in his ass next time. That's what I'm gonna do.
All the Giga Chaz in chat right now. Oh my god.
She's so fucking annoying, bro. Oh my god.